fellas, not even Michael Jordan had a perfect shooting percentage when he was active in the NBA, which means it's okay for all of us to have an off night from time to time. But when it comes to fixing off nights in the sack, the answer does not lie with a sketchy gas station pill or a boner pill filled with crazy side effects. Oh, no, no, no. The answer comes from joy mode. Oh, yeah. Because whether you're happy or unhappy with your bedroom performance, why not perform even better? I bet your partner would like that. And Joy Mode's sexual performance booster is like a pre-workout, but for sexy time. Oh yeah. It's designed to support erection quality, firmness, and sex drives. It contains clinically supported doses of arginine nitrate, L-citrulline, Panax ginseng, and vitamin C. And best of all, Joy Mode is safe and backed by science. All ingredients have been assessed in peer-reviewed journals. Plus, all ingredients have been studied and researched in humans. So I don't know about you guys, but I'll never go back to over-the-counter drugs after trying Joy Mode. It's small enough to fit in your wallet and take with you on the go. It's the perfect travel companion to take you to sexy town. Oh yeah. So don't miss your chance to up your game in the bedroom, people. Go to tryjoymode.com for 20% off with promo code FRATCHAT. That's 20% off and free shipping with promo code FRATCHAT at tryjoymode.com. Great sex solved naturally. It's Joy Mode, people. And we are recording, Mr. Mel.
Hey, how you feeling, champ?
Oh, it's hurting. Life is hurting so good. Ugh.
Yeah.
We drank, what the fuck are those things called? Trulies? Twisted teas?
No, I think it's a brand called Surfside,
Surfside, that's what it was.
and they have different flavors of like twisted teas or like Arnold Palmer's, like a half and half. Is that what you call it? It's like half lemonade, half iced tea.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. So there were beautiful bastards in the sunset. They got me really nice and drunk. But today, I'm really nice and hungover. So that's what happens when you have like 12 of them. But what are you going to do, right?
Well, I'm gonna start drinking one of these things. It's called, can you see this on the camera?
Right.
But it has a
Yes.
line over the E, so is it pronounced breeze?
Oh, I
You know what I
think
mean?
so. I like that. I've never seen that. That's classy.
Well, it's got 2,200 milligrams of lion's mane, and it
Oh,
says, you may feel clear, calm, and refreshed. Sensations of relief and mood elevation are often reported. So it's gluten free, it's got organic ingredients, it's vegan, no GMO. So I guess it's the way that they advertise it is functional mushrooms in a can. So maybe there's like traces of shrooms or something. I don't know.
yeah, that's weird. And you said it has lion's mane in it?
Yeah, what's that?
Isn't
Because
that
isn't that
the lion's
hair?
beard? Yeah, what the fuck?
Let me Google it.
Are you drinking
Okay.
lion ball hair?
Lion's mane. Is that how you spell it? It
Yeah,
says, yeah,
exactly.
lion's mane. Okay. Lion's mane. I'm
Oh,
moving so slow today. Okay.
oh, man.
Lion's mane mushroom.
Oh,
It
it's a
says,
mushroom. There you go. Okay, there you go. That says it all. Lion's mane mushroom. That's just the name of a mushroom. Fuck, this is gonna be the worst show ever. We're gonna do this in 3, 2, 1.
What are you doing?
testes in my mouth.
Get on the ground, you fucking pledge!
Ew.
Welcome to the greatest podcast experience of your life. This is the Frat Chat Podcast.
All young men like three things: food, news, pussy.
Featuring Carlos Garcia and Chris Moore.
What What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of the greatest podcast in the history of podcasting time. Now I'm extremely hungover. It's the Frat Chat Podcast. I'm Carlos Garcia with Chris Lines Main Moore. How's it going, Mr. Mo?
I'm hungover. How are you?
Yeah, I can't hang like I used to, kids. We went out celebrating my now fiance's birthday / our engagement, and the good times were had. But
Way
today,
to hijack her birthday, man.
yeah,
Jeez.
right.
My
I
God.
couldn't do 2 parties, so just put it all together. That's really the secret of proposing when you did. But yes, it was a great time, fun times. But today, the painful times are being had, and this is one of those times where I kind of wish we were still sponsored by that brand that made our hangovers feel better, but we're not, so I won't name them. Here's some money. Jerks. No, just kidding. Please call us. We had a wonderful time. I could
Dude,
use more.
a lot happened this week, including the vice presidential debate.
Oh, yeah.
Did you watch any of
Oh,
that?
I did. And let me just tell you, America and the world, 69 countries listening. Nice. God, I hate JD Vance. I just think he's such a fucking dork and con man.
Does he wear eyeliner?
He 1,000% wears eyeliner. He tries to say that it's just like his natural eyelashes, but it's like, listen, man, I have thick eyelashes. It doesn't look like I'm wearing eyeliner. And there's not a chance in hell his are thicker than mine. I have like abnormally thick eyelashes. All my girlfriends have always been jealous of him. And then you got to that guy is wearing makeup. Let me tell you. I've wore eyeliner before. I know what it looks like. That guy's wearing eyeliner. Don't ask why. Not just kidding. Hashtag actors live. But for example, like stupid things like not even answering whether Trump lost the election. It's like, how much are you sucking his little orange dick? Like, really? I'm
You
not
know,
focused on the future election. Shut up, you fucking dork.
that was my
Say hello.
biggest issue, that line right there. And it reminds me of the arguments I had with my husband in the sense that my um my husband loves to point out the things I do wrong. But then when I point out the things that he did wrong, um, he just wants to focus on moving forward. I don't want to talk. Can we just move forward? No, 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 no. That's not fair. That is not fair. If you're gonna, if you're gonna hold me accountable, and I part of being a grown up, is just owning your shit. And so if I'm gonna own my shit,
For sure.
I expect you to own your shit too. And so
For
part of
sure.
me feels like there's such a huge lack of just maturity in the Trump campaign if he's not able to just own his shit. Like, you know what? I did not want to accept the fact that I lost the election, and I would have so much more respect
Totally.
for that.
Totally. I'll be like, fuck, man. We had record number of Republicans voting and we lost. It was very disappointing. But now we're going to get them. Then boom. You're done. It looks so much cooler and less orange and lame. But no, this guy, I hate him. I feel like he's little by little like trying to be a lot like Trump. And it kind of reminds me of watching Trump's kids talk, in the sense that they just try to be like him so bad. Where I just feel like next week he's actually gonna be like painted orange too, and just like, okay, believe me, America, fucking idiot. And he's just so slimy is the word I'm looking for. Like everything about him, it's just like he's trying to sell me like a used car that he knows damn well doesn't work that well. There's just something about him that's just like off. Like you just know that he's just like trying to trick you. And he kept making these faces to the camera too, like he was smarter than us. It's like it was like a bad like cartoon character. Like that's really what it was. Like it was just like the evil cartoon character looking into the camera like, and He-Man will never know we're waiting for him. It's like, dude, what are you doing?
Yeah, it was really bizarre and uncomfortable. I just don't understand. And I
And I
don't
will
understand why
say,
Trump picked him.
yeah, no. To his credit, it was as far as the substance of what each guy was saying, it ended up being about a tie. Is what everybody's saying. That they had a cordial debate, blah blah blah. So I will say it doesn't look like anybody really won in this debate. So that for him, I think, is a win, considering I thought Tim Walz was just going to crush him. But he is well spoken compared to Trump's like weird ramblings and mumblings, about how toilets don't spin right and shit. It's like, what are you talking about? Some of his tangents have been really wild these days. But anyways, that's JD Vance. Ugh.
No, I think that if it wasn't for Kamala running for president right now, we wouldn't really hear from her. You don't historically we just don't hear from the vice presidents. You don't, so I'm glad they had their like 5 minutes of fame, and then we'll never hear from them again. And unless they run for, what I mean? But like, well, now I know that Obama adored Biden, but
Mhm.
the world didn't really know much of Biden during the Obama administration, and
Right.
just like we knew that Pence was a weirdo. He was is fun and easy to make fun of. But like
Totally.
I don't really know like what he stood for. He was just there. You know what I mean? And so like
Well, we knew that he liked to stand behind a horse and,
I think
rub
he
his
liked
hind
to stand
leg,
behind a horse with a
take a
glove
breath.
on and his forearm deep inside of the horse. The
Right
inside of
inside
the
of that
horse felt good, right?
horse. Nothing feels better than the inside for a thoroughbred American horse.
Yeah.
Hashtag Mike Pence. So
Was he talking about his wife?
no, he was talking about horse. He
I
really
know, but
was.
what if he meant his wife? What if he
Mm,
because she's got a bit of a
I mean,
horse
look.
face.
At the end of the day, sure he did the right thing, but look at him. That looks like a
Yeah.
man who likes to oil himself up and fuck a horse.
Yeah. I think you're right.
I'm going to take his words very literally, and if he meant his wife, then that's very disrespectful, sir. Coming from the guy who just said you fuck horses, so got to be a line, all right. Oh God, Mike Pence. I wonder what he dreams about at night these days.
He's probably really medicated.
Yeah, yeah. I feel bad for him because it's like you got so besmirched just for doing the right thing at the end of the day, and now Trump doesn't even call him anymore. But he's still like you. Well, I guess I'll vote for him. Like God damn it, Mike.
Did he
You could be
endorse
cool.
him?
He basically he when it came time for the primary to happen, he was like, please go for anybody but Trump, especially because he was trying to run himself. But then afterwards, once Trump became the guy, he's like, well, I guess we all have to unify behind the candidate. It's like he fucking endorsed him, It's like, God damn it, Mike Pence. Just be like, no,
Yikes.
don't vote for him. You fucking try to get me killed. Like, what? If you try to get me killed, dude, I am not endorsing you in that job interview. Like, do not send me a letter of recommendation, questions, or anything like that, because we're done. We're not going to hang out anymore. You try to get me killed. No fucking Mike Pence. Well, I guess he's all right. So what? I brought a little noose, try to fucking hang me at work, but could be worse. Fucking idiot. Ugh. But anyways,
I still don't feel bad for him because he's a hateful person.
yeah, he's a weirdo.
The one thing I always like I think that the founding fathers of our country made it very clear to separate church and state because like England was
They fucking
very
killed.
religiously driven.
Yeah.
And people were like had their heads chopped off for like being Catholic versus Protestant or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? And so like they were like, we don't want religion involved. And it boggles my mind that conservatives are like, the Bible says about like, wait, did you not go to the same history classes that I went to? Or not?
Oh,
They didn't
shit.
want this. You
Shit.
can't pick and choose what you want to claim that the founding fathers wanted. They didn't want that.
Absolutely. And you just nailed it. You can't pick and choose because they fucking love being like, well, the founding fathers say that I'm allowed to keep my guns, even though the whole thing says that you're supposed to be in a well-regulated militia. But that's besides the point. But the founding fathers also wanted to separate church and state, and they choose to ignore that. So it's like you just said, they pick and choose, and it's so hypocritical because it's like, come on, dude. The founding fathers also said that black people were 3/5 of a person. Is that how you fucking look at it too? You fucking fuck. Like, things obviously got to change, but there was a good reason for the whole separation of church and state. You should probably look into that. like if you don't know why, definitely. Like if Simo knows more history than you, like you don't know enough. Like
Yeah.
really. The Simo is like, God, read a book. You know you've gone too far.
Correct.
You need to do better, people.
That's fair.
Oh, man. Anyways, let's call out the obvious, guys. Everyone wants to head into the bedroom with confidence, feeling like the best version of themselves. But the problem is that sometimes our thoughts get in the way of our performance down there. Or maybe we feel that we're just not reaching our full potential. And what are our options, really? Do we pick up a sketchy gas station pill or prescribed a drug with a huge list of side effects? Nuh-uh, because that's where good friends at Joy might come in, people. Oh, yeah. Now, imagine a supplement you can take like your favorite greens packet that gives you that extra dose of confidence and saves you the embarrassment and hassle of a traditional erection pill. Joy Mode's sexual performance booster is an all natural and science backed solution to increase blood flow, firmness, stamina, and performance down below. Oh, yeah. It comes in a palm sized packet just like this guy right here, like your favorite little electrolyte powder. All you gotta do is stir it into 6 to 8 ounces of water 45 minutes before sexual activity and watch the magic unfold. Literally. Now, not only is this the only supplement you'll need in the bedroom, but it also supports your blood vessels, cardiovascular health, athletic performance, blood pressure, and more. So even on days when you're not having sex, you can take the SPB to boost nitric oxide in your body, which not only supports your erection quality long term, but also increases blood flow circulation, keeping you in tip-top shape. Oh yeah. This allows for your cardiovascular system to pump blood more seamlessly and effectively to the areas of your body that need it, whether during workouts, sexual activity, or your regular daily exertion. When combined with a healthy diet, good sleep, and exercise, you will greatly improve your cardiovascular health. Now, the 30 pack comes in a perforated box, perfect for your supplement cabinet, pantry, or bathroom vanity. It's the perfect 1 month supply. Support your erections, athletic performance, heart health, and overall quality of life with Joy Mode, people. Whether you're on the move or traveling, our compact sachets are easy to pack and take with you. On the go, oh yeah. And get a Joy Mode boost anytime and anywhere. Redefine your intimacy and go to tryjoymode.com for 20% off with promo code FRATCHAT. That's 20% off and free shipping with promo code FRATCHAT at tryjoymode.com. Ingredients with integrity, it's Joy Mode, people. Now, men across the nation have turned to Joy Mode with over 1 million packets taken to elevate their sexual performance. So don't get left behind. Speaking of reading, we have in a weird development, in my opinion, some news, Mr. Mouse, some news. But let me get this trusty news speed going. Pardon our delays. We drank a lot last night. And so, for those that remember the epic case of brothers, the Menendez brothers, Lau and Eric, those guys have been in jail for a court allegedly murdering their parents via fucking like 19 shotgun shots to the fucking dome. Like, it was pretty bloody stuff. However, There's been some new publicity about them these days because of a new documentary and a new series on Netflix. And now you have the one and only Kim Kardashian, who wrote an essay arguing that the Menendez brothers should be freed. Kim says Eric and Lyle Menendez are not monsters and are kind, intelligent, and honest men who should have their life sentences reconsidered. Because apparently, the LA County District Attorney George Gascon announced on Thursday that prosecutors are reviewing the Menendez brothers' claims that they were molested by the father they killed, and Gascon will decide if Eric and Lyle should get a new trial or if they should get a new sentence, presumably for manslaughter, which could potentially set them free. And apparently, Kim Kardashian met with Eric and Lyle Menendez last month at a prison near San Diego, and she said one of the wardens told her how they would feel comfortable having the Menendez brothers as neighbors. Yeah, they're like model prisoners. Um, while Kim says Eric and Lyle killing their father is not excusable, she says they're products of their experiences, and there are different people now in their 50s than they were when they killed their parents over 35 years ago. She points out the judge in the Menendez brothers' second trial in 1995 did not allow evidence that Jose Menendez allegedly molested his sons, and she says the brothers were denied a fair second trial and that the exclusion of crucial abuse evidence denied Eric and Lyle the opportunity to fully present their case, further undermining the fairness of their convictions. She says the trial and punishment these brothers received were more befitting a serial killer than two individuals who endured years of sexual abuse with the very people they loved and trusted. And she added, I don't believe that spending their entire natural lives incarcerated was the right punishment for this complex case. Had this crime been committed in trial today, I believe the outcome would have been dramatically different. She says again that hopefully uh, their sentences will be reconsidered. Says we owe it to those little boys who lost their childhoods, who never had a chance to be heard, helped, or saved. And I gotta say, goddamn Kim K, that's some pretty good writing.
Well, I think two things. One is when they get out of jail and kill somebody, she's gonna feel real stupid. She's gonna be like, "Oh fuck, whoops."
I
Ooh.
will say, if they get out, I don't think they would have all that money because I feel like all that money is gone. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how rich they would be. Here, let me see. Menendez.
Because their family was rich. Maybe they I don't know. Did they inherit their parents' fortune?
I guess but if they kill them, I don't know.
Well, in Game of Thrones, they would get the money. They would get the castle and everything.
That's right. That's right. So
Winterfell.
by 10 in it says by 1994 about 10 million of the Menendez estate had already been spent. Homes and shit were sold. So I guess at one point they would have been worth like 14, 15 million. But let's see. Per California Slayer rule, anyone, which is pretty badass, Slayer, yeah. Anyone who feloniously and intentionally kills the person who killed the victim is not entitled to inherit any property, interest, or benefit under will. So I guess they'll get shit.
Well, they didn't think that murder out thoroughly.
No. But they went out on like a spending spree after the fact, which definitely didn't make them look great.
No way. Well, I also think if I was Kim Kardashian, I would tell my publicists and my managers, whatever, I would say, okay, what can I do to distance myself the most from these freak off parties? Because I'm going to get in trouble. And then they're probably like, you know what? Menendez has a show coming out on a streaming service. You should jump on that bandwagon, and maybe they'll overlook your involvement with these freak off parties.
Hey, you might be onto something. And apparently, there's like a porn. Speaking of Diddy, there's like a porno video out there that was, or a sex tape really with apparently Diddy and 3 different A-list celebrities. We're waiting to find out who, but the Diddy list is supposed to be coming anytime soon. Anytime now, people. So we'll keep you posted of who are the weirdos at those freak off parties. Oh man, I can't imagine going to one of those fucking things. That would just be too weird. Just your story of the girl on the fucking spinning wheel
Ugh.
alone is like, ugh. That alone is too far for me. I don't even want to get spun, even if there was just the spinning alone would make me dizzy. I don't like being dizzy. I'm out already. Like, that's too much for me, Diddy. Spinning me around, you fucking weirdo. But then the eating of the puke. Ugh. But anyways, I don't know. How do you feel about these Menendez brothers? Because if they did get molested, I don't know. I feel like they kind of deserve it.
I think that there was a Scott Peterson documentary on maybe it was Peacock or something.
Yeah, I want to watch that. It's on my list.
And then lo and behold, there's another documentary about another murder, and I think that people are just jumping on this like murder bandwagon. So I don't know if this would get as much attention if it wasn't for the fact that Americans are just obsessed with like killers, and
true.
that the Scott Peterson documentary got so much success and publicity that I guess whoever is in charge of this Menendez documentary thought, well, you know what? Let me jump on the bandwagon here. Let's ride this wave. Why not? I don't know what I think of it, but I think a few things. Character goes a long way. And like with Scott Peterson, I don't know if he killed his wife and unborn child.
Yeah, that new
I don't know.
documentary, he said he might be innocent after all.
I don't know, but what I do know is that he had a bitch on the side, and
Yeah,
he was shady as fuck.
yeah.
And if you're gonna lie day to day and have this like secret life, then what else can you lie about? You know what I mean?
I think
And
he
so
ran
like
away. He like bleached his hair. He literally made himself look very guilty by escaping. I
he
have to say.
he was his own worst enemy. And so when it comes to
Yeah,
Menendez, like you said, they went on a shopping spree. Like, it just looks bad. And so
yeah.
like your parents are dead, and you're out there spending money and celebrating. Like the fuck's you're weird. It's weird.
Totally. No, you're right. You're right. It definitely doesn't help their case. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll keep you tuned. It seems like these days, if you want justice done, you just gotta send in Kim Kardashian, and boom,
Yeah.
you just need her to do the climate next. And I don't know, maybe what's that? Is that a screaming old lady I hear? Kim Kardashian, where are you?
I used to I just I used to think that the Menendez brothers were so cute. Ooh, horrible.
No,
I
I'm not gonna
did.
lie,
I
they
thought
look like you. What are you talking about? That's why you you with the little short hair. Yes, like you're the third Menendez brother. I just realized that before with the
I
old nose.
I thought that uh they young Menendez brothers look like typical like finance bro pricks, don't
Yeah,
they?
they did.
Like country
Yeah,
club little twats.
with their little suits. I'm curious how they look now. Menendez brothers today. See if they look the same. I feel like one of them does. Oh shit! One of them's bald now.
Yikes.
Oh, fucking ooh. And he does not have the head for it. Let me tell you. That is whoo, what a head. Good lord. That is fucking weird.
Yikes.
I would not want to take a headbutt from this guy. Good fucking god. He looks like a Q-tip. Looks like Mr. Clean's his little brother. Like, what the fuck? You're definitely murdering the stains, brother. Oh god. Anyways,
I don't think there's anyone in the world I hate enough to want to murder.
nah, me neither.
Even if
Unless
they were like a really, really hard, like let's say they're a serial killer or like a mass shooter. Like I almost feel like killing them isn't fair. Like they they should have to like apologize and live with the fact that they did something really bad, and they should have to go to jail and live the rest of their life in confinement. And like I feel like it's almost too easy just to like knock them off, you know?
see, I think they need to rot in hell. As friend of the show, Brittany from Vanderpump Rules says, total real life friend. Not
Rotten
making that up.
hell.
Rot in hell. But yeah, you're right. I don't know. I guess I do think life in jail is way worse than just dying. But I would be like if it was like a mass shooter, I would like to think I would like tackle him down and just start like punching him. I guess until I know for a fact he is not moving, but at what point do you like stop? I don't want to kill someone, I guess, but you gotta make sure that they're fucking disarmed. So that's gonna take a bunch of hits to the dome, in my opinion.
Hmm.
You can't leave someone like that walking around. But yeah, I do think they should just go to jail because it is way worse. Imagine all that every day, especially with because there's that prison justice too. That depending what you do, these motherfuckers will get you. So
Yeah.
like Jared from Subway, Jared Fogle, he's not having the best prison sentence. I've heard of quite a few people beating his ass while he's been in there.
Oh,
So
really? Well, they say that
it's kind of
like
fun to see.
that's common for child molesters. Like they're the first ones to go.
Yeah. Yep, it's a thing for diddlers. And if you fuck with kids, and I think if you fuck with women, it's kind of like you're like the lower. It goes kids, then women, and then I don't know from that. I don't know what prison justice is like, but I don't want any part of it. So, anywho, I think I can speak for most men when I say we want to have better sex. And for the sake of our partner, we may need to have better sex, fellas. Because no one likes it when you bring a wet noodle to a barbecue party. Write that down. The issue is that over the counter erection pills contain unregulated chemicals, suggest unsafe doses, and include the risk of several other health problems. And who wants that? It's like those drug prescription ads where everybody's like sitting there playing volleyball at the beach, but they're dying of herpes. Not cool. That's why we partnered with our friends over at Joy Mode. Whether you're looking to spice up your intimate moments or increase your confidence in the bedroom, Joy Mode makes all natural and science-backed supplements dedicated to helping men perform better across their core functions. Oh, yeah. The trademark product, the sexual performance booster, is every man's solution for increased blood flow down below, firmness, stamina, and performance of your favorite friend. It's like a pre-workout, but for your buddy down below. And let me tell you, it works. And the best part, the product is totally safe. All ingredients have been assessed in peer-reviewed journals. All ingredients have been studied and researched in humans. It comes in a palm-sized little packet, like your favorite electrolyte powder. Just simply mix one of these bad boys right in with 6 to 8 ounces of water, 45 minutes before sexual activity, and watch the magic unfold. Literally. Like, when you start blowing up an inflatable castle? It's sort of like that, but down below. Redefine your intimacy and go to tryjoymoy.com for 20% off with promo code FRATCHAT. That's 20% off and free shipping with promo code FRATCHAT at tryjoymode.com. Ingredients with integrity, it's Joy Mode, baby. Now it is time for Mr. Mo and I to go get mean with each other. This was going to be tough for me because I am in pain already.
Yeah.
Life does not feel good right now. So, this is comedians roasting each other for 60 seconds. Then we're going to do this in 3, 2, 1. Mr. Mo, you look like how I feel right now. Life is not good.
I had to keep drinking to keep the conversation going. I
Oh,
need it. I need it.
that's right. That's right. That's why you drinking those mushrooms because you tripping, boy.
I'm tripping. It's funny because I don't know if it's really fair to call it a conversation if just you were talking. If it's just you always talking.
Well, someone had to be the interesting one of the two, especially with you just sitting there. Like,
Is that why you cut your own hair?
it was a great topic of conversation. Okay.
Yeah, for everyone sitting around us, pointing and laughing.
Oh, that's comedians roasting each other for 60 seconds, and thank God, because I did not have it in me. Anyways, Mr. Mao, it is time to get to it because this week, God damn it, the fancy music of course doesn't want to play now because everything sucks today. Here it is. This week, we're gonna talk to you guys about how the world would be a different place. How the world would be a shittier place. Not as fun of a place. Unless these inventions came in and rocked the house. Because we're going to talk about top 10 inventions that rocked the world, according to the Frat Chat podcast, right here on the show. And it's going to be fun. And these are going to be things that some you might expect, but some you probably won't see coming. But baby, if you think about it, without these, your life will be very, very different. And not in a good way. So, again, we're talking about top 10 inventions that changed the world, people. Brought to you by the Frat Chat podcast. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun, Mr. Bro. Oh, yeah. Anyways, why don't you lead the way? Why don't you get us started?
Okay. Do you remember Tamagotchis?
Do I ever? Talk about changing the world. Tamagotchi was a game changer in my school and shit. Everybody had one.
It was such a fast fad, and then that prompted nano pets and giga pets and things like
Mm.
that. But to me, this day and age, it's gotta be so hard to get kids to concentrate with
Oh yeah.
phones in their hands.
Oh yeah.
But I think to myself like, all right, teachers, you had practice. You had to deal with all of us with our Tamagotchis back in the day, so we gave you something to work towards the cell phone usage. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like
totally.
we prepared you for this.
But I remember when we had to fucking leave the Tamagotchi in our backpacks or lockers and shit, they would fucking die. It was like, you monster! I
I
had my
told
little
Miss
frog.
Milborn, I think she's dead. Rest in peace, Teach. But I called her a murderer. You're a
Well, now she knows
murderer.
how it feels. Not rest in peace.
Rest in peace, you old hag. You killed my pet.
Oh no, man! But yeah, here's the thing: people would think that maybe it's silly to have that on the list, but if you go back to the fucking 90s, uh, every fucking kid had these. Like it like really became. I want to say $1 billion industry because it's sold that well. And like you said, it's spun. It's led to the creation of all kinds of competitors that were essentially the same thing. And just as quick as they came, they went. But I think we should bring them back because they did, in a way, teach you a lot about your kid and how well you could trust that little fucker to raise a pet. Like it was a good starter kid. Like if this motherfucker can't even remember to feed his goddamn Tamagotchi, then I don't want to necessarily upgrade to a golden retriever. You know what I mean? Clearly, or if my kid enjoys killing its Tamagotchi, it's a fucking creep, and I'm definitely not gonna buy it a bunny because it's just gonna step up and kill it. I think you learn a lot about your kid by giving it a Tamagotchi. I was a very caring kid, so I think my parents
Well,
trust me. dog.
They were invented by these two people named Aki Maita and Akihiro Yokoi. I want to say they're Japanese. I just feel like Japanese people are just smart by nature. Like, isn't that like
That's
like
true. They do have
have you ever had a
hierarchy.
Japanese person in your class and you're like, I'm not gonna get the top test result because this kid's clearly gonna like they're brilliant. I don't know what it and like there's a reason why Japan and like is like always leading the pack when it comes to technology. I mean, it's just a smart nation.
Yeah, they definitely
Anyway,
are.
these two guys, they won the 1997 IG Nobel Prize for Economics, dubbing
Really?
them the mother and father of the Tamagotchi.
Wow, that's pretty impressive. That's sweet. There you go. Well, that is Tamagotchi,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna take us back to something a little more basic, but where
Your
would life be without
haircut?
the segment's over? Okay. As a single tear just rolls down my cheek. I'm
Mhm.
okay. But anywho, um, this without this invention, especially for us comedians, when someone gets up close, like, "Hey, how much time do I get? My credits are MTV." Ah! I'm talking about mouthwash, people. And no, this one had a little bit of a controversial beginning because originally, this is a true thing, you guys. I shit you not, I'm not making this up. Originally, mouthwash was pee.
Actual pee?
That's right.
Oh,
Back
because
in
when I saw once you put in all caps, I thought it was an acronym, like like physical education,
excellent.
economics. I don't know. I
That's
thought it was an acronym.
The R. Kelly fitness program.
The fitness.
Physical education and excellence. Just make sure to bring an umbrella. But anyway, the Romans originally used pee as mouthwash as early as AD 1. So Jesus died, and they were just like, let's start peeing in each other's mouths. But they believed the ammonia in urine would whiten teeth and disinfect the mouth. And then they used it so much that I shit you not, they would import bottled urine from Portugal. And the practice became so popular that the Emperor Nero taxed it. So I guess the Portuguese had that best mouthwash pee-pee. And apparently the ammonia in urine does work similarly to the antimicrobial properties of modern mouthwashes. So even though it was
Oh wow.
insane, they would fucking sell Portuguese pee-pee. Apparently they were onto something. But the more modern versions of mouthwash were invented in the late 1800s by Joseph Lister, who invented the first mouthwash made of carbolic acid, and it was used as surgical antiseptic. And then Dr. Joseph Lawrence created Listerine after Joseph Lister, in 1879, and it was used originally for surgical wounds and cleaning floors, which is just fucking wild. And then it could kind of progress from there and eventually went to use mouthwash and shit. But can you imagine what the world was like before the mouthwash that we have today, but also what it was like to kiss someone back in the Roman days? That nasty ass pee pee breaths. Like, ugh. When people say, I want to go back to those days, like, I don't think you do. I don't think you understand what you're saying, sir
Ugh.
or lady. Ugh. I couldn't do it. I
Well,
saw
to
Bear
me,
Grylls drink enough pee on those TV shows to know that I couldn't do it.
I kind of feel like if they're concerned about their teeth being white, then why would they use a liquid that's yellow? It just sounds counterintuitive to me.
To be fair, pee
Like,
is,
this yellow is gonna take the yellow stains off our teeth. Are you sure?
and to be fair, it is very much, it's blue now and green and shit, and it looks kind of pea colored if you think about it. It's close. I've seen yellow ones too for the
Yeah.
Listerines, so maybe they're onto something there. Who knows?
Ew,
I don't
I'm
know.
so glad I wasn't around back then. If we were around back then we would have been soldiers. That's what men did, right? They were just like soldiers that pissed in each other's mouths. Like, actually, I'm just kidding. Sign me up. I'm ready.
Hey, apparently, it was someone's job to like fluff up fighters with like a little pre-fight BJ, and it was supposed to be a wonderful job for the community. I don't, and it was usually dudes that did it too. It was like, yes, I am the old town fellatio. I get the fighters ready for battle with the old crank and the pancake. I stroke the shaft and I
Ew.
cradle the balls and I get them ready for victory, brother. No, it's not gay. It's honorable. Now present thy royal cock, please. But I
I
shit you not, that was a real thing. I'm not making that up. It was someone's job to basically fluff the fighters before the fights, and that was like a thing. I don't know the reasoning. Maybe relaxes them a little before battle. I don't know, but I'm glad that it wasn't around back then because I know I would get stuck with that job. We're like, God damn it!
I just googled ancient Rome fluffers, and the first thing that pops up is prostitution in ancient Rome was legal and licensed. They were very sex positive.
Yeah, it was like Vegas, but better
There's
with
no like, so
P.
there's like no moral disapproval. Like, go
P.
have sex with whomever. Doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
and then just go pee on each other's mouths. Do what you want. I don't care.
Drip, drip, drip. Okay, so um, next up for me, I don't even know how to describe it. I'm like baffled that I'm able to save documents at work on cloud storage. Like, I just think this
Nah.
is such a big deal because, like, back in the day, when I was in school, like in like grade school, we used floppy disks, and then we would use like I don't what they call it, jump drive or flash drive,
Yes. Oh, floppy disks. Yeah, totally. That's what I thought you said.
not floppy dicks. I still collect floppy disks. They're in a drawer of mine at home, but
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, Simo. Is it me or does buying a sex pill at a gas station feel super awkward? You're like walking around and you don't know what to get. The guy's definitely looking at you, judging you with every step. It's super weird. Plus, then we gotta talk efficacy. Does it really work? Because my buddy once bought a condom from a gas station, and now he has 3 kids. So you tell me. So it's good to know that Joymoid is not only backed by its users, it's backed by science, people, which goes to show that science can be sexy sometimes. Oh, yeah. Now, let me ask you something. Whether you're happy or unhappy with your performance in the bedroom, why not perform even better? Usain Bolt was the fastest man in the world, and he still wanted to run faster. So why not be an Olympic gold medalist in the bedroom, fellas? Because that's where Joy Mode comes in. Joy Mode's sexual performance booster is like a pre-workout, but for sex. It's designed to support erection quality, firmness, and sex drives, and it contains clinically supported doses of ingredients like arginine nitrate, L-citrulline, Panax ginseng, and vitamin C, which is going to make your boy down below stronger than ever. Oh, yeah. Plus, not only is this the only supplement you'll need in the bedroom, it also supports blood vessel support, cardiovascular and heart health, athletic performance, blood pressure, and general erection function. Plus, here are the game changers. All ingredients have been assessed in peer-reviewed journals, and all ingredients have been studied and researched in humans, so you know it works. And I don't know about you guys, but I'll never go back to over-the-counter drugs after trying Joy Mode. And psst, It's small enough to fit in your wallet and take it with you on the go. It's the perfect travel companion, and it's a powder, so you don't need to worry about it getting crushed in there.
So all you gotta do, fellas, is just go to tryjoymode.com for 20% off with promo code FRATCHAT. That's 20% off and free shipping with promo code FRATCHAT at tryjoymode.com.
Great sex solved naturally. Oh yeah.
No, but I mean, like, I used to have to hold on to and collect and label like all my floppy disks and my flash drives, and now I don't have to do any of that stuff. I just save it all in cloud storage. My cell phone's on cloud storage. My emails is all cloud storage. And I don't quite understand how that works, but like I'm just fascinated by it.
Yeah, it's amazing. And I mean, it really makes things like working from home possible too. Like now everybody can be remote. But like, for example, like, I mean, for me, for acting, like my manager is in another side of the country most of the time, and literally we do everything from the cloud. It's fucking awesome. So yeah, I can't imagine what the fuck. It makes life so much easier, and not having to carry everything around. Like, because I've been there where either you have something on a little drive and you lose it, or it gets fucking corrupted for some reason. It says it can't work, and all your shit gets deleted, and you're just so fucking blown. So, yeah, the cloud. Cloud is good, man. I like the cloud.
Yeah. What's
Anywho,
next on your list?
up next, I'm gonna go with one that I don't know where SEMO would be without this one. This is a popular topic of conversation here on the show.
It's a
I'm talking about
antidepressants.
close. Toilet paper.
Oh, next guest.
And apparently, and you can't make this up, the first person that invented the first commercially available toilet paper, which was in 1857, his name, I gotta believe this, was Joseph Gaiety. Yes.
Gaiety.
He puts the
Of course,
gay.
he invented toilet paper, and it's really sad that the Civil War took over the headlines because he really should have had more publicity about this.
That's right. And it's just sitting
Priorities,
there.
guys.
It's time to clean our booties, fellas! It's like, yeah, Gaiety! And the hands rose in the air. And then they came back down to do some wiping. And they came back up. Like, it works! Yeah! And they probably used his makeup, Those Portuguese make the best brown face. Everybody knows that. But man, yeah, and apparently the first one that he invented was sort of like a wet wipe type thing. And then later on, it went on to be perfected by the Scott Paper Company in 1890. The modern toilet paper roll was invented. And it's been pretty simple, pretty similar since then. But apparently,
So Scott is the OG.
that's
They're the
right. It is
OG of the toilet paper.
they figured that shit out.
Not
They
Cotton now. It's Scott.
put that little thing in the roll, and that's how it became a thing. But apparently, I this is a little Google search that I decided to do for just for you guys. There were other things that were used to keep your booties clean prior to the invention of toilet paper. They included, but not limited to, corn cobs, newspaper and magazines, which, to be fair, people still do. Apparently, the Sears catalog was a popular choice in outhouse. The Farmer's Almanac. Some say it was a popular choice as well because the company started pre-drilling a hole into it so you could hang it up in the Farmer's Almanacs in outhouses. So you just rip off a piece. Sponges on sticks used by ancient Romans. They saw it in a bucket of salt water and were shared by everyone. Leaves, rags, and moss. Some of the less painful and probably more sanitary options. Wool, lace, and other fabrics used by wealthy people. And then eventually We got toilet paper. Can you imagine sharing a sponge on stick?
Um, no, I can't imagine it.
You're in
And
that
then
bathroom, chuck the sponge at you. Ah!
I'm just thinking to myself, like, man, back in the day, like, we were some stinky fuckers.
Yeah, yeah. I would not have at all wanted to live back then. Ew, dude. Ugh. Sharing a fucking sponge on a stick? No, 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 please. Like,
You know what
I
I would do?
accidentally used Julie's toothbrush the other day, and I was horrified. I can't imagine sharing a sponge and a stick for her ass.
You know, I think that like I'm pretty regular with my pooping schedule. I poop at 9 a.m. every day, and which sucks when I have to like leave for work early because once 9 a.m. hits, I'm on
Oh,
the
yeah.
train like, ah! And so 9 a.m. I would just poop, and then I would just jump in a river and just like wash my butthole and then shower or bathe and then get ready for the day. I would just make a point to shower. I still don't really have showers back then. I would just make a point to jump in a lake or something after every
Yep.
poop. That's the only option, you know?
Yes, and then unfortunately, that would also be the town's water well, most likely. Which is why people were sick all the time. That's exactly what would happen. People would fucking go do awful things in lakes and shit, which was also the town's water supply. And people were dirty,
Mhm.
dirty, dirty.
Yuck.
Anyway, what you got next, Mister Mo?
Okay. Next up, I have just video games. Video
Yeah,
games
but
because can you imagine your childhood without video games? Can you imagine Christmas without unwrapping the latest video game? Now, I
yeah,
know that like back in the day before video games, there were like, arcade games or pinball or whatnot. And then at some point they came out with Atari, that you
time.
could play at home. And then came, I guess, like Nintendo, then Super Nintendo, then Sega Genesis and PlayStation and Nintendo 64 and GameCube and all this stuff, Xbox. So like uh I just think that our culture made a major shift post video games. Uh,
Yep.
I I loved video games as a kid, but I do think that we have dumber kids these days. I I
I
think
won't disagree.
I think that kids are probably really um I I don't know. I don't know if it's a good thing or bad thing because it's good to be technologically savvy this day and age. So I don't know if it's necessarily a bad thing, and if video games teaches you dexterity and there's a lot of like fun games that have a lot of problem solving. I think there could be some benefits to it, but I
Yeah, yeah, it depends
think
on the game. It depends on the game. Like, for example, like the military famously uses like video game simulators for shooting practice and shit like that. And like it's been said that kids who play driving games when they're younger actually turn out to be better drivers when they actually get their licenses and shit like that. So it depends what you're doing. If there's like weirdly like driving on the road and Grand Theft Auto actually helped us be better drivers as adults. But uh if you're just playing like smash 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 smash, then you're probably not learning much of anything there. But anything that involves like movement and back and forth and even fighting games, you're like your reflexes are getting tighter and shit. Like you said, there's problem solving into it. There's you learn a little bit about distances and shit like that and timing. So it's good stuff. It's good stuff.
whenever I
uh
see kids reading books on the train, I'm like, oh my god, are they poor? Um, because I can't imagine ever going on a road trip without my Game Boy or Game Gear in my hand. Like it changed the way that I looked at road trips. I just think that it's just so funny that probably in the 70s, people read books and comic books for entertainment. And then as soon as the 80s hit, they were like, books, oh, what a drag. I'm gonna play Super Mario. Can you ever think of a time growing up when you were given a summer reading list and you felt thankful for it? Absolutely
Oh
not.
no, yeah, that fucking
There was always
sucked.
a
I will
chore.
say I was a comic book kid myself,
Yeah.
and even though I don't have a bunch anymore, I used to have a huge collection, but I recently purchased one myself. I fucking love them, but I was always the guy or the kid carrying my Game Gear with like 8 little games, so you have to like pull them all out and shit. And it was so much more fun than fucking reading. Ugh. But the worst was when you take out the Game Gear or whatever, because the Game Gear needed like 6 AA batteries if you don't have the
Yeah.
cord. And then you start to play, and then it would shut off because you didn't fucking change the batteries. It's like, God damn it! My dad wouldn't buy me anymore because I fucking played it too much. And I wasn't bitter. Not bitter at all. Motherfucker. But yeah, no, man. I gotta say, it's funny that the Game Boy ended up being the more successful one of the two because the Game Gear came out a few months later and had color. Meanwhile, Game Boy didn't have color until later editions, years later, like
Hmm.
like 95, 96.
Correct. It was
But
like it was just like a green, right? The
yeah, it
screen.
was like green and black, which is weird. It wasn't even black and white; it was green and black, or the shades that you could see. But yeah, uh, I miss those days. I have to say though, I've been kind of back to it. I told you that I've been putting video games and shit uh, on my phones, and I'm still playing Grand Theft Auto 3 on this bad boy. I have GTA San Andreas as well, and Vice City loaded up in here. And I have the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, a couple games, a couple Sonic games, a Transformers game. So honestly, whenever I go out into our backyard here, which is fenced in, and Stella wants to take a little shit or she just wants to sit there and tan in the sun, I just pull out the GTA and just, do a little mission real quick. By the time I'm done, she's ready to go back in. And I'm like, oh, you're right. Best doggy dad ever. So check out those video games on your phone, people. If you have a Netflix account, there are some killers on there that are free. Well, you pay for it. But it's not free, but it's free. It's in
That's
your life.
awesome.
You don't know it. Yeah, video games, man. Video games in my life, and I'm currently been playing a lot of games too on my TV. If you have an Amazon Fire Stick, there's an app called Luna where you can stream video games like directly to your TV, so you don't even need to download anymore. And I've been playing this Batman.
What controller do you use?
Just my PlayStation 4 controller. You Bluetooth
You
it
can
to the
sync it?
TV. Yep.
Oh,
It's fucking sweet. And then there's so many games. When I'm done the Batman game, I'm gonna look up other stuff. But yeah, they have so many fucking games on there. And they have like a free version with a limited selection, but they have a paid version which I'm testing out right now with a fuck ton of games. So yeah, it's worth it. It's worth a checky if you miss gaming in your life and you don't want to deal with consoles and shit. And the beauty is that you can wherever you have a Fire Stick, you can play. So like I was playing my game in the living room, and then I decided to move it over to the bedroom, and it's the same game because it's all in the cloud. So the fucking I didn't have to move consoles or anything. I just played directly on my TV, which is so dope. But anywho, up next, I have one that. Speaking of which,
speaking of
uh,
which,
if it wasn't for this invention, I wouldn't be able to do this. And this is all thanks to the beautiful, beautiful iPhone, which was invented in 2007 when Carlos Garcia was a young college sophomore, I believe. Yeah, I think. And Simo was like 43.
yeah.
Uh, and no, before the iPhone, all cell phones were pretty basic. You could call, you could text. We're starting to get into the era of internet on your phone, so you could watch like crappy quality porn on there if you really needed to. And we had Blackberries and shit like that. And ooh, Stella wants to come up. 1 second, listen to that. Hey, come on up, baby. You got it. And But thanks to a little man who loved turtlenecks named Steve Jobs, everything changed. Because then they came up with something like this. And no, this is a modern one, but the iPhone allowed you to bring your cell phone and your music. It was an iPod too and a phone all at the same time. So
You know,
it
that's true.
fucking
I never
changed
thought
the
of it that
game.
way. That's so true.
Before that, I used to, and you're the same way, I'm sure. We used to have to carry our fucking CD cases everywhere we fucking went. And like for me, for example, someone broke into my car and stole my CD case and had like over 350 CDs, which is fucking absurd. But I had like cases and cases and cases full of them, and it was such a pain in the ass. I'm sure it led to many teenage accidents having to fucking switch between your Summer Mix '03 and your Cool Jams '04 mixes, or
But then
really fun party mix '06.
I remember I used to steal music online on like what's it called, Napster or something,
Yep, Napster, LimeWire,
LimeWire. And
exactly.
I would make my own CDs, and they're all shit. And then I had an iPod, but the iPod, y- even though you can come up with your own playlists, I still found myself hitting next, 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 next like a million times till I found the song that I wanted. You know what I mean? Um,
Totally.
but yeah, I still had that, and that was separate from my cell phone.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. My iPod was separate. Uh, I think I got my first iPhone maybe like 10, 12 years ago. But before that, I always had shitty phones. So I was very behind the curve. But at least like the iPod itself even changed the game that you don't have to do the CD case anymore. But just being able to have your phone combined with everything is to me is still wild. Like it's still such a cool thing that I can literally like I said, I can play video games on this thing. I record all of my sketches on here, and I have a nice camera too, but the quality on an iPhone camera is just as good as any professional camera these days. um we record all our comedy sets on this shit. It's insane that literally my entire life can be done almost my entire life. Obviously you still need a computer for some things, but you can do most of the things you need to on an iPhone. It's just absurd. You can even edit videos on there directly if you needed to. It's more of a pain in the ass, but it's the sky's the limit.
I mean, it's true. I can't imagine time before having my iPhone. I mean, I can because I
Ah,
lived it, but
it was
it's
awful.
much easier. I feel without my phone, if my phone is about to die, if my battery life is like really low, I panic because I think to myself, I don't have access to communicating with my my family and my friends. I don't have,
Totally.
I don't have GPS, or not GPS, but I don't have maps, so if I get lost, like, you're never lost with an iPhone in your pocket, you know? You're always entertained, you're
Totally.
always connected to your family, like, it's crazy. I look at my cell phone sometimes more than I look at my computer at work because it's just I'm just so used to, like, navigating my cell phone, it's easy for me to navigate emails and messages and whatnot, so there really is so incredibly important to me. I remember when I was younger, I thought that we were instantly upper middle class the moment my mom and dad bought a car phone. Remember remember that? And
Yes,
I was
dude,
like, "Oh my
car
god,"
phones are so cool. My dad
'cause
almost bought a car with one, and I really thought it was the coolest fucking thing. I was like, please buy it. I just want to use the phone.
they were
Those
so
were the
ugly and
they were
clunky and, like,
idiots,
big.
hideous. And how these like gross like the little spinning cables too. They were like terrible quality. I'm sure the call quality was also awful too. Like how the
And
fuck
we
do
would
they even
plug it
work?
into the what's the plug called? It's like where you would light your cigarettes, right?
Yep, yep, exactly. That thing used to power everything. And honestly, if you had a strong enough car, I had a buddy that I took a road trip with his family when his sister was checking out colleges, and me and him were like sophomores in high school. And we drove down from Maryland to Florida to like the Tampa area, I think it was. Um, and his dad had this giant ass van with, like different generators and shit. So we were able to plug in a TV and a PlayStation 2 into the fucking like cigarette lighter in the back, and it worked. And we literally played video games and watched movies the whole time on the PS2, and it was fucking dope. Like we even arrived and we were in the middle of a game. We were kind of like, oh, 10 more minutes, don't worry. And they were like, get out of the fucking car.
Uh,
They're here for 12 hours. You really want to stay in 10 more minutes to finish your game. Like, fucking get out. It was awesome. So I feel like that does. I don't know what kids play on their iPad now, but I just feel like the iPad games are like very like chop the fucking vegetable, or like plant your farm or some bullshit like that. It's not the same. Not the same. Anyways, what you got next, Mr. Mo?
well, next, I just simply have computers. And I think that we are a very interesting generation because we um we remember what it's like to not have computers. And we remember what it was
Yep.
like to have a computer lab in our school. And remember our parents were always telling us like you have to learn computers. You have to go to
Mm-hmm.
college and learn computers. That's the future of America. So computers are so big, but I think it's so interesting that this day and age, my sister teaches at this school, and it's a private school, so they have a lot of money, but they issue some sort of notebook, I don't know if it's a Surface or if it's an iPad, but some sort of device in lieu of like binders and notebooks and things. Like part
Oh,
so part of I don't know, part of going back to school shopping was, getting like a cool binder and notebooks and folders
that's
and things
true.
like that. But like you don't need that now. Now you have
That's true.
a tablet of some sort and yeah, it's crazy to me.
I will say, and I think it's fucking dope that you can do all that, but I can't imagine uh like doodling on like an iPad. Like I was a big doodler, and that's kind of how I would listen. Like you'd be doing something, but I'm fucking like doing like bubble letters over here on my notes, after I'm done taking the stuff. And in a weird way, that actually maybe I had ADD or something, but that helped me stay focused on what you were listening, what the hell was going on. So, but I can't imagine doing that on like an iPad. Like I don't feel like I would function as well uh in today's iPad world in school. I think a good old pen and paper worked for me, or pencils, I should say. I was a pencil kid, but I don't know, man. That's crazy.
Well, yeah, I just remember um I remember at the library there was computer labs and like every school library had a computer lab. Even around college there was like a computer
Yeah, it's a
station,
library. Yeah, it's a library where you can go and do your shit and do your papers and shit.
because because some people will come to school and they couldn't afford a computer, so then they were reliant on the computers that are available at the school. But
Totally.
this day and age, you can't do anything without a computer. Like that's so important.
I know. And it's crazy. That's why even like on your fucking phone, there's like the goddamn computer in. We just everything that we do is all computer based these days. You're right. From jobs to you go to McDonald's and there's a computer right there now. You can input your order. You don't have to talk to a person anymore. Um, but I do remember when my dad first brought home a computer, he was so excited to like show it off, and it was this giant fucking clunky thing, and we were like,
Oh, huge. And the tower was
huh?
huge and it got
And then
so
of course,
hot.
yeah. And then for us, we're like, oh, cool, we can play like Minecraft or like the little cell game where you're clicking things, and eventually there's like a bomb and you die, and you want to click around all the little like uh uh numbers, I guess it is. Do you remember that game? Remember what the fuck I'm talking
Yeah.
about?
Um Minesweep or mine something
Yeah,
like
something like that.
Minesweeper. I don't know.
It's something like that. But that was like the extent of what I did on a computer until the internet. And even in the computer lab, I remember, like, of course, like my buddy would be like, "Hey, dude, I figured out how to play Super Mario on the computer lab. Check it out." And then he'd send me a website, and we'd just be dicking around playing video games when we're supposed to be like learning in class, you know. So again, I would not fare well with an iPad. I would be a fucking dumbass.
I remember we had uh like scientific calculators, and then we had like the
TI-83s.
TI-83, and then we were able to download like Tetris on it and the Snake game and things
Totally,
like
those were
that.
the best. I actually still have one somewhere that was my brother's, and I'm pretty sure it still works. I should check that out. But those things were fucking classic. And God, but I remember they were so goddamn expensive, and there was like if you got to a certain math level, they'd be like, "You gotta have the TI-83." It's like you fucking pricks. But that's why I ended up with my brother's. Fucking waste of money though. They were like $100 for a goddamn calculator.
Hmm.
Now on my phone, I can fucking watch porn on it too, which couldn't
Yeah.
even do that. We're like a TI-69, if you know what I mean.
Like I think it- so my uncle, rest in peace, he's passed away, but he when he went to college, he went to Frostburg, and he would come home
Oh,
with his notes and he would type them up on a typewriter. And then
really?
can you imagine how frustrating it would be on how often when you're typing on the computer do you hit the backspace button? You know what I mean? So can you imagine how
Yeah,
frustrating it is to type on a typewriter and then I have the option to backspace?
that's true, dude. And honestly, my parents were lawyers too, and they would have to do briefs and shit on a typewriter, which is fucking awful. Imagine having to do like a legal case. People's names alone would fuck me up so much. And there was the little like whiteout in it that you could kind of do in case you made a little mistake, but like you could only make like two mistakes tops, or else your paper looked fucking stupid, you know? Because it was that, and the thing was like from a roll too, so sometimes it would get stuck, and they were loud too. Like I remember like my dad's office before they got computers when I was still like the secretary would use a typewriter, and my dad would be like chatting, and she would be like tapping down what he's saying, and then you have to like move it over.
Yeah.
Bing, slide over. It's
Yeah.
like, so what did you type? Hello, how are you? Oh
Yeah.
shit. It is fucking loud. I can't imagine a full classroom of kids like on typewriters these days. Can you imagine? Instead of
Man,
computers?
computers really changed the world. It's funny because Donald Trump and his administration, or I guess his campaign, they're like, migrants are taking all of our jobs. Like, no, I think computers are.
Yeah, buddy. Mexican is not taking any of my jobs, but I do know I've been laid off for automation. So uh, the damn computers are the ones to watch out for, not Jose.
Yeah.
Right down.
Hmm.
Uh, but anyways, up next, I can't imagine life without cars, Mister Mo, because we'd be, we'd be like on horses and shit, you know. Ugh. That'd be awful. I grew up Catholic. I know my ass couldn't take that kind of a pounding.
No
So I'm
way.
glad we have cars these days. And let's say the first concept of a car can be traced all the way back to Leonardo da Vinci's days.
Really?
Uh, yep. Apparently, he has he created like the model, the concept of a vehicle, but uh, obviously it didn't have like a GPS in it. But eventually, the Benz motor car number one, which was an early prototype of a vehicle, came out, and it had three wheels instead of four. And later on in 1908, the Ford Motor Company came out with the Model T, which was the first uh, car that was made at a modest price. And then from then on, they revolutionized the game by introducing the advanced moving assembly line, which allowed them to mass produce the car and lower the car price by about 50%, which made it massively affordable for consumers. So before that, it would have been, you kind of have to hand make everything. And it was very expensive to buy a car, but thank you, the Model T. People like me could afford them. But yeah, I can't imagine life without a car. Imagine, I mean, obviously, like you have things like taxi, Uber, and shit, but like, fuck, even I've taken so many road trips in my life that I can't imagine what I would be if like what if we were on a horse. You couldn't never drive like Maryland to Florida. It would take like fucking days. I did that drive in 12 to 14 hours depending on traffic, which is wild. You can drive from one side of the country, from the top of the country to the bottom of the country in less than a day. You can wake up for breakfast and be there by dinner. But on a horse, I can't imagine life on the old and like just bumping around, and then your fucking mode of transportation has to shit. Like imagine if your car had to take a dump, just driving around, your car's
And then
that would not be good.
and then
Or it gets
also if you had a car, then you had access to our drive-through movie theater.
That's right. That's right. Imagine
It
if you had a
helped your
horse.
social life.
Imagine if you had a horse in a drive-in. Fucking horse freaking out in a horror movie. No, that would not work. Yeah, true. So many things couldn't be had, and I miss driving movies. That's I know they still have them as like like old timey things, but they're not vastly available anymore, and they were awesome. Especially when we were kids, and I would sneak in the trunk of my parents' car so that we wouldn't get charged. But it was awesome. I miss that shit. They should bring it back, especially after COVID. Like I don't think I've gone to a movie theater, maybe once in Maryland, but they closed the one here during COVID, so I haven't gone to a movie theater since COVID. But I would have totally gone to a drive-in and just fucking sat in my car and ate some snackies and watched a movie. That shit was great.
Well, what I think is so nice about just cars in general is that you can control the climate. And like if you're on a horseback, if it's raining, you're fucked, you know? If it's cold, you're fucked. If it's too hot, you're fucked, you know? But with cars, we're able to really have like our own like ecosystem inside the enclosure.
Totally,
That's
absolutely,
huge.
absolutely, and play your music, play your tunes in there too, which is wild. And now you have cars connected with your iPhone, so it's all via Bluetooth. As soon as you sit in the car, your playlist is available. You know, shit is so interconnected, and it's awesome too. Like if like when I rented a car in Florida, I got a nicer, newer car, so connected my iPhone, and it was just like it was just like I lived there all along because my car was connected to a GPS, so I always knew where the fuck I was. It was excellent. So shout out to cars, brothers. Da Vinci, you're onto something, dude. You're onto something. But anyways, we're each down to one more. So what you got?
Well, my last one is just simply the internet. And I know it sounds so like obvious, but for me, I'm like, if I could go 100 years ago, back in time, so 100 years ago would be what, 1924, and tell people in
The
the
fact that
in
it
the
took you that long to
1920s,
answer that was concerning.
tell them in the 1920s, say in the future, there's something called the internet that I can't explain, but it gives you access to everything, to weather, to emails versus snail mail, to
Movies.
porn,
Right.
games,
What's that?
information.
Porn? Porny
But like,
says,
think of it
show us
this
this
way.
internet now.
I don't know about you, but when I was in college and I went to the library, I didn't look at books. Who needs books now? You don't need books. Everything's online. So when I was really little, you see on um those commercials late at night, they'd be trying to sell the Britannica encyclopedia. Like
Yeah,
we
yeah,
don't
yeah,
need
yeah.
that now. We have Wikipedia, you know.
Like $800 too for like fucking these giant ass books that you're never gonna read.
There's something
No,
very
it's perfect.
classic and beautiful about a home library, you know. That's great, but it's really a waste of space because everything you need is
Totally.
available via the internet.
Yeah, I'm not reading all that. Like, get out of here. And I will say, imagine like life just going to college without the internet would have been fucking awful. All that research, if you literally have to go in the library every time and take out books, especially because the few times that I had to check out books, you have things where maybe someone else already took it out and you have to wait for them to return it and shit. They have limited editions. It's like, what the fuck? You have to like share with people? Like, what do you do?
Yeah.
Oof, no, that's stressful as shit. And for me, as a natural born procrastinator, like obviously I remember like what it was like doing homework in, middle school without the internet and shit. But like that was much easier subject matter than the shit in college, I would have died in college without the internet. Like all the shit that I did was on there. Like what? Ugh. Life would have
Yeah.
taken such a pain in the ass. So shout out to you, interwebs. And literally, thanks to that, now we're like, again, we're all so interconnected. We can live stream our playlists and shit, download shit into our phone, watch videos, play video games, get from point A to point B because of GPSs on our cars and shit. You can fucking FaceTime with someone on the other side of the world and be in touch with your friends and buddies. Like
That
I'm
was
still in
crazy
touch
to
with
my
people that I
dad.
grew
My
up with in
dad
Venezuela that
told
I
me a
haven't
while
seen in
back, he was
person
like, the
since
first time we FaceTimed, he was
1999,
almost in tears
and
because
we're
he
still
said,
friends because
this
of the
is something
internet.
that I never
So
thought would happen
it's
because the
wild. It's wild. You
Jetsons,
get to see family.
like their
So
lifestyle.
shout out
Oh
interwebs.
shit. Can you hear me?
Al Gore takes credit for you, but we all know. But anywho, the last one for me is one that I really don't know what the world would be without the other. And even though it was created for truly ignorant reasons, it's a game changer. And it came out in the 1880s. And it's the vibrator, ladies and gentlemen. That's my number one. And note, like I said, it came out for a very weird reason. Back in the 20th century, there was a treatment that was a real life thing by doctors for women for hysteria, which was what they called sexual frustration, which apparently made women crazy. And they would give them a genital massage to induce orgasm. I'm not making this up. This is a real thing. And then in medical journals in the early 1800s, doctors were complaining and they were lamenting the fact that treating hysterics was really taxing on their physical endurance. They'd be like, ah! All right, Sharon, it's today by 3:00. God damn, I'm exhausted. So,
I died. Talking about the internet and it failed me. You know what? I take it back. I don't care about the internet anymore.
This is the greatest thing ever, right? And so in 1880, English physician Dr. Joseph Mortimer Granville patented the electromechanical, sorry, I drank a lot yesterday, vibrator, which was the modern vibrator. And now today, it is estimated that 1/3 of adult American women own at least one vibrator. So you can thank
And
Dr.
some men.
Granville. That's right, and some men. And some who got them stuck in their booties and had to poop them in the toilet while they were still buzzing.
Yeah.
Whose names will not be mentioned.
I have no idea what you're talking about. None.
We'll plead the fifth and move on. Anyways, that, ladies and gentlemen, was our list of the top 10 inventions that we think changed the world, ladies and gentlemen. So why don't you do us all a favor? Why don't you go right now into one of your little internet phones. Give us a follow on all social channels at Frat Chat Podcast. That's on Instagram. That's on Facebook. That's on Twitter. That's on Threads. That's on YouTube. You You can also give me a follow as well. Check out my website, carlosgarciacomedy.com, or give me a follow, Carlos Does the World, on Instagram, on Facebook, on Threads, on TikTok, on YouTube, Carlos Does World, on Twitter /X. And you can get my good buddy Simo a follow here as well at Chris.Moore.comedy, on TikTok, on Instagram, at Seymour Comedy, on the old Twitter /X. Oh yeah, let us know what you thought of this list. Let us know if there's any inventions that blew your mind. And we could always revisit this topic as well. But that has been our show. So, Mr. Mo, it's time to go. So won't you get us out of here?
I motion to adjourn this meeting.
And I second, so I can go back to bed. Oh yeah! All right, you guys, we'll be back next week with another edition of the greatest podcast in the history of podcasting time. It's the Frat Chat Podcast. See ya!
Ciao.